Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of the learners of the executive postgraduate programs offered by IIIT Bangalore and upGrad. We are here today to celebrate your success and hard work. Congratulations on successfully completing your respective program in machine learning and artificial intelligence, data science, and software development. Today is indeed a very special day because we have over 3,500 plus learners who have come together either at the campus or are watching this ceremony live with their friends and family to celebrate this milestone. Before we begin, I request everyone to be seated and keep your mobile phones on silent mode, please. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives us immense pleasure to invite the chief guest of the event, Dr. Vivek Raghavan, onto the stage. Dr. Vivek Raghavan is an entrepreneur, technologist, and has been instrumental in building several digital public goods and infrastructure. An alumnus of IIT Delhi, Dr. Vivek obtained his master's and doctorate in electrical engineering from Carnegie Mellon University. Dr. Vivek has built industry standard technology for electronic design automation and was part of senior management in major technology corporations in the US before moving back to India. Apart from being an advisor to Goods and Service Tax Network, National Payment Corporation of India, and Data Empowerment and Protection Architecture, Dr. Vivek was also the Chief Project Manager and Biometric Architect at the Unique Identification Authority of India, scaling India's Unique Identity Program to population scale, a theme that reoccurs in his current venture, Sarvam AI. As Chief AI Evangelist at Ekstep Foundation, Dr. Vivek also worked on Supreme Court Vedic Anuvad software to enable effortless managed machine transcription of judgments and translation of these judgments in official Indian languages. Dr. Vivek started Sarvam AI, a generative AI startup based out of India, with a mission to improve the lives of 1 billion plus people through the use of AI in Indian languages. Dr. Vivek was the chief mentor at AI for Bharat, focused on building AI models for Indian languages, chief mentor to Bhashini Mission, and OpenNY AI, focusing on building AI models for legal applications. Welcome to the graduation ceremony, sir. With great pleasure, I would like to invite Professor Debabrata Das to join us on the stage. Professor Debabrata Das is serving as the director of IIIT Bangalore. Before joining IIIT-B in 2002, he has served at GS Sanyal School of Telecommunication at IIT Kharagpur, and later at Kirana Networks in New Jersey, USA. He is project officer of National Mission for Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical Systems in the areas of Advanced Communication System from the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. He was principal investigator of multiple sponsored projects from Intel, Hewlett-Packard, Microsoft, Motorola Research, Tejas Networks, Nokia, and Government of India in the areas of broadband wireless MAC or QoS or energy saving and IMS. Dr. Das received his PhD degree from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. He has more than 210 peer-reviewed papers in different transaction or journals and international conferences. Dr. Das has received 9 Best Paper Awards. He has 6 US or Indian patents and 11 more are under review. He and his wireless network team had contributed ideas to IEEE wireless broadband service. He has received Professor K. Srinivasan Memorial Award 2017 for excellence in teaching and Professor SVC Ayya Memorial Award 2022 for research in the areas of telecommunication and electronics from IET. Dr. Das is recipient of IEEE Region 10 Outstanding Volunteer Award 2020, Global IEEE MJ Achievement Award 2012, and Outstanding Volunteer Award IIIT Bangalore Section 2008. He is Fellow IETE, Fellow IE, and SM IEEE. The member of National Academy of Science India. He is chairman of IEEE India Council for the year 2023 and 2024. Dr. Das is in steering, empower, and technical committees of multiple departments of Government of India and Government of Karnataka. Welcome, sir. With great pleasure, I would like to invite Mr. Ronnie Screwvala to join us on the stage. Mr. Ronnie got the term cat with 9 lives attached to him by his colleagues and peers for the number of times he had failed. But reflecting on his setbacks and counting on his main virtue, that success can never be timed and staying the course is the only option, Mr. Ronnie, in his second innings, decided to deepen his commitment to making India a better place through a focus on two of the largest sunrise sectors: online education and the not for profit rural or social space. He is co founder and chairman of upGrad, which zeroes in on the massive online education market and the fact that learning for every working professional is a lifelong commitment. He, along with his wife Zarina, are the co founders of the Swadesh Foundation, which is committed to empower 1 million lives in rural India every 5 to 7 years through a 360-degree model spanning water, sanitation, health, education, and livelihood to lift them out of poverty permanently. As a hobby and passion, Mr. Ronnie loves to tell stories that must be told via movies. With his new brand, RSVP, and he owns 3 sports teams under the brand Umumba in Kabaddi, volleyball, and football, even though he has never played any of the sports himself. Welcome, sir. I am delighted to extend my invitation to our esteemed faculty member, Professor Chandrasekhar Ramanathan, who is the Dean of Academics at IIIT-B, to join us on the stage. Welcome, sir. Next, I would like to invite Commodore S.R. Sridhar, Registrar IIIT-B, to join us on the stage. Welcome, sir. I request our chief guest, Dr. Vivek Raghavan, co-founder Sarvam AI, and all our dignitaries and our esteemed learner, Mrs. Vidhi, to kindly light the lamp. I request Mr. Harshit Patil to sing the invocation song. Apologies. It's my privilege to invite Professor V. Sridhar, faculty in charge of continuing professional education at IIIT-B, to join us on the stage.
शरणु सिद्धि विनायका शरणु विद्या प्रदायका शरणु पार्वती तनय मूर्ति शरण मूषिका वाहना शरणु सिद्धि विनायका शरणु विद्या प्रदायका कुक्षिमहालंबोधरने इक्षुचापन गलिदने पक्षिवाहन गिरिपुरंदर विठ्ठलना निजदासने शरणु सिद्धि विनायका शरणु विद्या प्रदायका
Thank you all. For the welcome address, I would now request Professor Debabrata Das, Director IIIT-B, to deliver the welcome speech.
Good morning, all. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to IIIT-Bangalore campus for this graduation ceremony of IIIT-Bangalore and upGrad program. I hereby extend my warm welcome to the chief guest of the event, Dr. Vivek Raghavan, co-founder of Sarbam and chief mentor to AI for Bharat and advisor to Vasini. It is indeed our pleasure to have you with us at this very important event, Dr. Vivek. Thank you for coming. My warm welcome to Mr. Ronish Kruwala, co-founder and chairman of upGrad. With his busy schedules, he gave us time for this such a auspicious occasion. Thank you, Jenny, for visiting your campus. I also welcome Professor R. Chandrasekhar, who is the Dean Academics of IIIT Bangalore, and the man behind the continuing education program, Professor V. Sridhar, faculty in charge of CPE. He's being here, and also the Commodore Sridhar, registrar of IIIT Bangalore. Thank you, all of you. Dear graduates, here in auditorium and those attending online, and your respected parents and family members of graduating students, and our IIIT-B faculty, staff, and upGrad team. So I wish all of you a wonderful time in this function and welcome you to this campus. First of all, hearty congratulations to all the graduating students. Please join me to applaud their hard work and dedication for this. We started our continuing professional education, in short, we say CPE, journey in partnership with upGrad in October 2015. Wherein we launched our first cohort of data science program in May 2016. That means we are completing 9 years today, and 2025, next year, 2026, will be our 10th year of a strong bonding and working together. Thank you for such a wonderful collaboration. And it is the India's one of the largest program with a successfully completing 10 years in this venture. Subsequently, we expanded our offering with the start of the first cohort in software development and machine learning and artificial intelligence on 21st December 2017 and 22nd January 2018, respectively. This journey so far has benefited 29,000 plus learners who have been able to upskill and attain knowledge of these emerging technologies areas and have been able to successfully migrate into the newer roles in their organizations. Some of them have gone on to pursue their master's, PhD programs at premier institutions and universities in India and abroad. Today, we will be graduating exactly 3,669 learners across all our programs. Our relationship with upGrad for the past decade has been outstanding with multiple benefits to the both. We are able to widen our reach in journey our country's mission to attain leadership in improving skills of our knowledge and workers in the critical digital technologies with excellent collaboration with upGrad. As a country, we have shown stellar leadership in information technology and outsourcing, and also host to large number of global capability centers, nurturing 115 plus unicorns and startups. And let us applause, upGrad is one of these unicorns in this country recently. And I wanted to say about IIIT Bangalore also, and IIIT Bangalore, no doubt, it gives the world-class programs like PhDs, MS by Research, MTech, and undergraduate BTech programs, along with these online programs. But we also do a lot of deep cutting-edge research. And as an academic institution which is known across the country, which has been not only doing this teaching and research, but also we developed products which is being accepted as in the areas of these breakthrough areas of digital foundational identities called MOSEP and digital payment systems and digital public infrastructures. You'll be happy to know the product developed by IIIT Bangalore has rolled out in 23 countries. And it is the only academia from this country whose product has been rolled out in more number of internationally than anyone else. All of you gain an extensive exposure, knowledge, and skills in emerging digital technologies that are going to define our future in decades to come, ranging from state-of-art of artificial intelligence algorithms to complex data analysis and innovative software product development. You have a very important role to play shaping the future of our country and society. You embarked on this journey a year back, knowing fully well the time and efforts commitment needed for the completion of these intense programs. Your respective organizations and your family have supported you in this journey all the way. Finally, your hard work has started bearing the fruit, and I am sure that you will reach ahead with the success in your professional career and support India's vision of reaching $1 trillion digital economy by 2026. Thank you. It is my honor to congratulate all the faculty at IIIT Bangalore who have contributed to this program and have taken time off from their personal and professional commitments to conduct sessions during the weekends and evenings. You might have seen and heard some of our best faculty in the video lessons, including Professor G.S. Raghavan, Professor R. Chandrasekhar, Professor Dinesh Joygopi, Professor Uttam, Professor Raghuram, Professor Thangaraju, Professor Sujit Chakravarti, Dr. Ramesh Kastur, Professor Sachit Rao, Professor Vishwanath, and Professor Vivek Yadav, and as well as upGrad buddies. Some of them are here, whom you can meet after the event. My deepest appreciation to upGrad team of buddies, tutors who help you on a day-to-day basis and mentoring you all while you encountered some challenges along the way, advising you on the course and corrections. I want to give a hand applause to these professors and upGrad buddies and the team for walking along with us in this learning process every time. My appreciation to all the subject matters experts imparted their industry knowledge and skills to make these programs as relevant as they can be in your jobs. I also want to appreciate the staff of Continuing Professional Education Office of IIIT-Bangalore and upGrad who have managed such a large cohorts of learners and making sure that you are here today. Thank all this, need a deep appreciation from all of us. In this collective and collaborative effort that we have brought IIIT-Bangalore and upGrad to this leading position in the continuing professional education space in the nation and also in abroad over the time. As always, we will strive our best to meet our ever-changing goalposts to provide superior, career-focused, quality education in cutting-edge digital technologies in the years and decades to come. With this note, wishing you all a wonderful life and career ahead. Jai Hind and Namaste.
Thank you, Director Sir, for such a warm welcome address. We now call upon Chairperson and Co-founder at upGrad, Mr. Ronnie Screwvala, to address the gathering.
Should we warm things up a little bit? How's the Josh? We can do better than that. And if there's 700 of us here in the auditorium, there are about another 3,000 digitally with us. So they'll chant on their own, but I want to hear it more. How's the Josh? More like it. Would you agree, sir? So when everyone was giving the introductions here, I always feel intimidated. There are only doctors and professors on the dais. But I think it's just incredible that we've had the opportunity to be contributing in our small way to what we do overall in lifelong learning and education. I also want to state here that in 2016, when we all talked about, and the reason why all of you all are here is the optionality you all have had to actually continue with your jobs, continue with your careers, and yet timely look at upgrading yourself in some form or the other. This can only have happened in 2016, and I do mean that with all sincerity, with the absolutely visionary approach of IIIT-B and everyone who's been on this dais here, because to take that call at that stage, to feel that actually online is going to be so revolutionary that it can have you all here, complete your courses and excel in your careers and go to the next level. I think the compliments go to the university for a huge, deep sense of commitment to this space for the next decade, for the next century. Really is an. I normally like to communicate with short words and short sentences. So I have maybe 4 or 5 things that I thought I was introspecting on this morning as I kind of drove here. One of them is the choices we make. I think what I want to leave some thoughts with you would be, we are a culmination of the choices we make. And I think you'll have made a wise choice because you have decided that life is about curiosity. Life is about upgrading yourself. Life is about going to be an ongoing journey to keep learning. So I think keep that in mind, because at the end of the day, when people want to ask you, how do you want to be remembered? Personally, if you ask me, when somebody asks me, how do I want to be remembered? I said, frankly, when you're dead and gone, it really doesn't make a difference. But in this life, if I felt that most of what I did to the best of my ability and my own way, that in itself is a good compliment. So I would say to everyone here, reflect, because the choices you make is going to define you today, tomorrow, and when you introspect and when you even have retrospective approach. The second, to me, if anyone told me after 30, 40 years of being in the working career, what were the two things I would have liked to actually, not that I'm somebody who likes to look retrospectively, and I think it's one of the most valuable commodities today is time and focus. And let me elaborate on that a little bit, because I think when everyone looks at time as an important resource, we all then get ready to pack our lives with things. What I've learned is the time that when I'm not doing is as important as the time when you are doing. And that would be a second thought that I would like to leave with you. You've made some good choices. You're going to be remembered with the choices that you make. But time is an exceptional commodity for us today here. I know we're going to be baffled with distractions. We're going to have technology that's going to intimidate us. But if we don't reflect on that, it will be a major distraction. Today, the world is changing at a very fast pace. Technology is changing. But more than that, even the consumer is changing. So in that world, you can feel extremely intimidated. And therefore, the time you take to take steps back, the alone time. So look at time as a very valuable commodity and bifurcate it between the time you need to act and the time you need to reflect. And unfortunately, we normally look at reflection at a later stage in our life. But I think it's an ongoing process that you would need to do. And with that comes focus. Because I think more and more in the last 30, 40 years, if somebody would have guided me that how do I get more and more focused, you're going to be remembered, or the things that you feel good about are going to be the 2, 3, 4, 5 big things that happen in your life, not a whole series of that. We have to reflect on things. That's what is going to be. So you're at an interesting crossroad in your career in many ways. You've reflected, all of you all are seasoned, you'll have been working professionals, you've done what you've necessarily done, but there's that burning sense of ambition and aspiration in all of us that we want to do more, which is why you're here, which is why you sacrificed and balanced your career over the last 1 year, 2 years, as the case may be, balanced your home life, balanced your work life, balanced your family life. So keep that in mind, that choices, time, and focus is something that we constantly need to reflect on. Normally, all of us at this stage have a nice saying about work-life balance. And I do believe that if you reflect back on the time you spend and the ruthless approach you have on your own time of what you want to do, and if you do have your focus, you will never have an opportunity to figure out what is work-life balance. And for me, in the 3 words, balance is 10 times more important than work-life, because we always try to feel balance of your time, balance of your mindset. 50% of the time we spend with guilt when we look at work-life balance. If we can remove that element of half the time I want to do, when you feel that necessity of that. So it's going to be very important, because the more you are objective about your own balance of what you want to do, and that goes back to how you spend your time, how brutally you reflect on your time, how brutally you spend time alone, and the focus that you bring things, you won't need to reflect on work-life balance. 2 things that have really helped me and epitomized me of what I want to do. One is self-confidence. I would urge you at this juncture, I wish you all the best, congratulations, but you've been there, done that in many ways, but life is full ahead. What you all are brimming with here today, you should be extremely proud of the fact that the self-confidence that you have in yourselves, the career choices that you've made is really what's going to last you out. When things go wrong, you have only one reservoir. Yes, you have your reservoir of your family to reflect on that can hold your hand. But at the end of the day, you're on your own when you come to reflecting. And at that stage, the only reservoir we all draw on is our own self-confidence. So never lose that. Always think about how you're going to necessarily tank that up. And my last word on that would be, I grew up from a lower middle class family. And at the stage when I decided to be an entrepreneur, there were nothing but challenges. And I would say today I'm standing here because of the self-confidence that I did. And the second would be your sense of entitlement. I think many of us lose our road in life because suddenly we feel we've arrived. Suddenly we're so half the time boggled with trying to impress other people and live other people's life. And then we feel self-entitled. And my last message to all of you all here, you've made some incredible choices, some incredible sacrifices. You're in an incredible country with incredible opportunities. There is no better time here than to reinvent, to rethink. There's optimism here than anywhere else in the world. You've made incredible choices. And therefore, you should have that sense of self-confidence. But don't mix it up with entitlement. Because the minute you feel entitled, you actually distract yourself in so many ways. So I just thought these are reflections for me through 8 failures and 2 successes is my ratio as I keep looking at it. And that actually grows you and that takes you to the next level. So academics is one part. I think we've all got together and created something here that has given you all enough to go with in your reservoir of how you want to take your work life. But really, it's how we manage our own selves, the choices we make, the time we spend, how we allocate our own time, the focus that we have, the lack of entitlement we should feel, replaced totally with the self-confidence that which we feel. And therefore, we'll always feel a very strong sense of balance. That's the message that I would like to share with you all today. I'm very, very privileged to be invited here today. I'm also extremely excited to congratulate each of you all. I'm somebody where I always feel all glory is fleeting. So congratulations is for today. But tomorrow and on Monday, it's going to be your life at a different pace of what you want to do. So I'm more to wish you the best for the future and enjoy the moment today. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ronnie, for such a special message to the graduates. Now, I request our chief guest, Dr. Vivek Raghavan, co-founder Sarvam AI, to kindly address the gathering.
I think Ronnie is a hard act to follow, but thank you very much for inviting me to be part of your graduation ceremony. Dr. Das, the team from upGrad, the faculty of IIIT-Bangalore, and most of all, the graduating students today. Thank you for having me here. And I think as I reflect about a continuing professional education program, I think this is actually the way education is going to be, right? Learning will be a lifelong process. It's not something that, you get a degree and I think you guys have actually picked up the trend, which is the way it's going to be. And the reason for this is very simple. Things are changing in the world, right? And the speed of change is actually increasing. So therefore, static knowledge at any given time can only last you for a certain amount of time. And I think we have to continuously reinvent ourselves, start from scratch and learn new things, learn new skills to go out there and contribute to the world. And I think that it's interesting because as I reflect on my own life, I think in some sense, I've kind of reinvented myself a few times. And I think I think that this is, maybe I was a little ahead of the times, but I think moving forward, many people actually, if you look at a previous generation, somebody would be maybe in the same job or the same company for 20 or 30 years. And those kinds of things are actually going to change. And we're actually going to be doing new things all the time. And therefore, you have to learn new things. And not just, today we have many graduates who are in data science and machine learning and artificial intelligence. And I want to tell a story of how I got into the field of artificial intelligence. And it's the most unusual things which actually take you to something different. And I was actually working at the Aadhaar program. as a volunteer. And then what happened was an intern from Stanford University came to Aadhaar for 6 months. And he told me, there is this whole world of deep learning, and it's an amazing world, and we can do lots of new things. And it was interesting and we sat down and we worked for 6 months. And we figured out all kinds of ways in which this technology can actually be used in a national program. And it's very interesting. So therefore, I really had a 22-year-old guru, right, to teach me about AI. So where you learn about things is something that you must be always open to and must always be curious about. But I think one of the things and one of the reasons I think that someone like me is called to talk about this thing is really how generative AI has come and is changing the world today, right? And I think that this is something, and I think all of you guys who have actually done something with continuous learning, you will realize that the world is changing every day. And it's really exciting, right? I mean, literally, something new comes out every couple of weeks. And then we have to, it is our responsibility, each one of us, to make ourselves and learn how to use these amazing technologies to make yourself more efficient, right? I think many of you probably have some things to do with coding in your life. The world of coding has changed in the last 18 months. And you need to also understand how to actually leverage these tools to be most effective in the world. And I tell you this, your success in your jobs will actually depend upon how effectively you can learn to use these technologies. And that's something I would advise, and this is something, I have a small startup which I run, and one of the things that we do every week is to see how we can be more efficient in whatever we do, whether it is writing code, or whether it is generating tests, or whether it is it is doing research on a new topic. And how do you actually leverage or developing, being more efficient at whatever we do, responding to emails or presentations? You have to see how you use these technologies to make yourself, to supercharge yourself by the power of generative AI. And that's something that I would recommend everybody do in this. But then when you have these technologies, such as AI, I think there is always the question that, in a country like India, are we including everybody, in use of these technologies? Are we leaving people behind? So this is something to think about, because with the coming of every new technology, right, with the coming of digital technologies, really the choice in many cases that people was that, can I access digital technology, or can I speak in my own language? And that's a choice that people shouldn't have to make. But if you look at something like, at the other hand, if you look at something like generative AI, I think the promise is immense. I can see a situation where every child can have access to a good education, which was simply not possible before leveraging these kinds of technologies. Or similarly, in the case of healthcare, the kinds of that people can have access to quality healthcare, these things have a chance of being possible. And I think lives actually can get simpler. So one of the things that I think I'm quite proud of in India today, if you, for example, you take the example of UPI, right? If you look at it, making payments to somebody else in India is actually easier than most parts of the world. I mean, everybody says, how? You've really cracked this here in India. And that's amazing. But the truth is, most other things to do in India are actually much harder in India as compared to the rest of the world. And I think technologies such as these should basically make everything simpler to do. And that's really when you think about it, we have to very consciously think that when these powerful technologies come in our hand, how do we make it so that everybody can access it? And if you think of a country like India, for example, fundamentally, we have so many languages. We have so many languages, and people actually like to speak to get things done. Now, for the first time, when you look at technologies like this, if you actually make these technologies accessible to everybody in their own language in a colloquial way, then, people can actually get things done much more easily than before. So therefore, when you look at some of these new technologies coming, there are always a two-edged sword, a double-edged sword, right? Some people, there is a danger of getting left behind, but at the same time, there is the ability to actually democratize and make things, make services available and much more accessible to everyone in the country. So I'd like you to think about those kinds of things as you go out. When you think in terms of powerful new technologies, what happens? And I hope, and really my hope is that India should become really the AI use capital of the world. So if actually the country which actually leverages this technology the most will actually be the most efficient. And I'm tremendously optimistic about how the young people of India will be able to actually help make this happen. And I think one of the things that is one of the things that I say is that I actually count the amount of time I spend in a week with people under the age of 30, because they are the future, and there's what's going to make our country great. So thank you, congratulations to all of you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Now, we want you to not only hear from us, but also from someone who, just like you, graduated from the executive postgraduate programs to share their experiences of the journey. Let me now call upon Mr. Anirudh Sharma from the Machine Learning and Artificial Intelligence program.
Honorable guests, esteemed faculty, and fellow graduates, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. It's a great honor to stand before you today as we celebrate this significant milestone in our educational and professional journeys. As we gather here to mark the culmination of our hard work, I would like to reflect on the path that has led us here and share a bit of my own story. My academic journey started at IIT Madras, where I graduated with a BTech in electrical engineering and a minors in artificial intelligence and machine learning. That's where I fell in love with the field. After completing my degree in 2022, I joined Oracle as a machine learning engineer. While the role allowed me to delve into the practical aspects of machine learning and its applications, my thirst for learning didn't stop there. And especially in a field like artificial intelligence, practical exposure and experience are extremely crucial. Hence, I sought a way of learning while gaining hands-on experience. And that's when I came across this executive post-graduation program offered by IIIT-Bangalore in collaboration with upGrad. This program provided the perfect opportunity to enhance my knowledge while continuing to work. And it has been an incredibly rewarding experience and journey, despite the challenges of balancing between work and studies. The program's practical projects, insightful lectures, and the collective support of our SMEs and professors have pushed us to think critically and apply theoretical concepts to real-world practical problems. The course helped me boost my contributions as an AI/ML professional, enabling me to stand as a significant voice in the field. As I look forward towards the future, my goals are centered on rising in my career to become a leading expert in artificial intelligence, driven by the desire to contribute meaningfully to the development of technologies that solve real-world challenges. Furthermore, this honor serves as a constant reminder to deliver excellence, maintain perseverance and discipline in everything that I do. In closing, our time in this program has been a testament to our resilience and passion for growth. As we move forward, Let us hold on to the lessons that we have learned, the friendships that we have forged to create for ourselves a brighter future. Congratulations to each one of us, and here's to the exciting journeys that lie ahead. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
Thank you. Let me now call upon Ms. Swati Nizam from Data Science Program.
Good morning, everyone. Being here, I feel a lot honored and thank you for this opportunity. And I express my gratitude to upGrad, IIIT, my mentors, and my family members and fellow upGrad. So they have supported me throughout this journey. Everything began with me receiving a call from upGrad asking me if I would continue my education. So I had no thought about post graduation anytime in my life. But in less than a day, I had decided that I would be signing up for this program because I wanted to stay current. When I first embarked on this program, I was excited, but at the same time, I was apprehensive because the world of data science is vast and ever evolving. So I knew the road ahead would be challenging. The first part of the program or the voyage was a little manageable. But as the course went on, we started to feel that we were on a roller coaster ride. Although we were juggling between the workplace and the classes, it was a little stressful. I was excited to have new courses added to my dashboard because it meant that I will be learning new things in future. During the test, no one was brave enough to disturb me. Finally, the day of graduation ceremony is here, and we are here to celebrate our success. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives. As we stand on the brink of a new beginning, I want to take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey that brought us here. Change is an inevitable part of life, and our time in this institution has prepared us to embrace it fully. We have grown not only academically, but also as individuals, as we have learned lessons for life, both inside and outside the classroom. The challenges that we have faced and the triumphs that we have celebrated has shaped us to the person where we are today. As we move on to the next phase of lives, let us keep in mind the importance of adaptability. The world, as we all know, is constantly evolving, and our ability to adapt will be the key to our success. So let's welcome the unknown. May we find the greatest growth opportunities in life. So, my fellow graduates, let's approach the future with curiosity, courage, and willingness to learn. May we continue to support and inspire everyone, just as we have done throughout our course. Together, we have the power to create a positive change and making a lasting impact on the society. As we say goodbye to this chapter of our lives, let us hold on to our friendships, our learnings, and our memories to achieve our goals. So, congratulations once again to all the fellow students here. Here is to embracing change and creating a future filled with endless possibilities. Thank you all for being the patient listeners and all the best for your future and yours. Happy learning.
Thank you. I request Mr. Sanjeevi Suresh from Software Development Program.
Good morning, faculty, staff, fellow students, honored guests, and everyone who joined us virtually. So, myself, Sanjeevi, and I'm working in Qualcomm as an engineer and with a focus on graphics driver development. It is a pleasure to be here with you all today, and it is with immense pride and gratitude that I stand before you today as the valedictorian of my batch. And as I stand here looking at our batch, I remember the joy of late night debugging where I used to keep looking at my laptop screen and trying to figure out what was the missing and why the code was not working. But and it was very thrilling. And about those thrilling moments where I accidentally deleted my code, and you know what, I was completely worried about starting it from the scratch. But you know what, GitHub was always there to save the day. So, and speaking of saving the day, let's take a moment to appreciate all the hard work we have got and the dedication which has brought us to this place. So, from the countless hours of coding and the countless cup of coffees as well, we have consumed, which we have all contributed significantly to the effort. And you know what, it finally paid off, and it has brought us to this point. Moreover, I enjoyed the process so much than the result. And our specialization in full stack development has been a roller coaster ride. And work on one hand and the studies on the other hand is always tough, but it is incredibly rewarding. Along with the full stack development, I've also learned quite a few essentials, which is the art of time management and also the multitasking as well. And especially the prioritization, which is not just about prioritizing what is important, but also about allocating time to do specific tasks in the specific time to get the maximum out of it. I want to thank my family first for always being there for me. They are my biggest supporters, and I'm also grateful to our professors, mentors, and Buddy for being there to solve our queries and problems anytime. And finally, a big thanks to my fellow students. Sharing the knowledge and working together has made this journey a much better one. And I want to conclude my speech by highlighting the importance of education. It is not just about a degree or a certificate, it guides us through the complex path of our lives. I would say that it is a journey of self discovery, and it teaches us like how to get along with each others and grow professionally as well. So let's never forget about the transformative power of the education. So it is the sole reason which made me the person who I am today. So let us all carry this knowledge which we have gained to make a bright future for our own lives as well as for our society. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, IIIT-B. Thank you, upGrad. And thank you, everyone who joined.
Thank you all for sharing such heartwarming stories. Some of the learners have achieved exceptional results during your program. You have not only embarked on and completed your program successfully, but have also inspired a lot of people. I request our chief guest, Dr. Vivek Raghavan, to give the awards. I also request Professor Debabrata Das, Director IIIT-B, to join. I would like to call upon our esteemed faculty in charge, Continuing Professional Education, Professor V. Sridhar, to read out the awardees' names.
So the first category is the Top Performers Award. This award recognizes those students who had the best academic performance and have scored the highest CGPA in their respective program cohorts. So when I read out the names, I request those who are present to come on stage to collect their awards. Dandavate Anand Satish. Anand in absentia. Santosh GS. Saroj Kumar Pramanik. Venkata Hemant Gubala. Sonal. Nizam Swati. Himesh Chopra. Sudarshan R. Choratal Abswarki. VSS Anirudh Sharma. Ankush Sanjay Shirsagar. Sanjeevi S. Thank you and wish you all the very best.
Thank you, sir. I request the chief guest to take his seat on the dais. I would like to call upon our registrar, Commodore S.R. Sridhar, to read out the awardees' names. I also request Mr. Ronnie Screwvala, co-founder upGrad, to give out the awards.
Good morning to all of you. So this accolade is dedicated to those exceptional learners who, beyond their dedication, epitomized meticulousness, establishing remarkable benchmarks of discipline and diligence for their fellow peers. Their unwavering commitment is reflected not only in their sustained academic excellence, but also in their consistent and rigorously disciplined approach. As I announce their names, I kindly invite those in attendance to grace the stage and receive their well-deserved awards. The first name, Daya Shervil Jaideep Naina. So she receives it in his absence. Shivnani Parshav Vinod.
Congratulations.
Abhik Gupta, Arpita AS, Parinita Dwivedi, congratulations. Ashish Anamika Chaudhary, congratulations. Sonia Dhanda, Saundarya A, congratulations. Chavda Harshad Kumar Kundanlal, Saurav Kumar Das, Ritika Mehra, Kishore Acharya, Kirtana MH, Rohit Bharadwaj Kallukuri, Nitin Vijay Bhaskaran, Kirtana MH, Soni Gaurav Deepak, Vidhi Surana, Mailarapu Vikram, Muhammad Zakir, Chinta Meghna, Pokkala Preeti Shivani. Tanmay Dhananjay Kakade. Sharad Chaudhary. Lavanya Ravila. Aman Mehrotra. Suchi Agrawal. Next one. Varuni Ravindra. Utkarsh Dikshit. Samriddhi Vijay Varagya. Shanmugam M. Vishakha Vithoba Itankar. Ganesh Kumar Ganpati Hegde. Saral I. Joel Jojo. With that, we come to an end of this category of awards. Congratulations and wishing you all the best in all your endeavors ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sirs. I would like to call upon Professor Debabrata Das, Director IIIT-B, to give a memento to our chief guest, Dr. Vivek Raghavan, as a token of appreciation. May I now request Professor Debabrata Das to give a token of appreciation to Mr. Ronnie Screwvala. Thank you, sir. I would like to now call upon Professor Chandrasekhar Ramanathan, Dean Academics IIIT-B, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Very good afternoon to all of you. I know I am the last one standing in between you and the coveted class photograph and lunch. I'm sure you don't mind hearing your Professor RC one last time. Of course, I'm not going to talk about why you should never use limit with order by clause in SQL. Well, if you get it, you get it. It is indeed a great privilege and honor to have this opportunity to thank everyone who toiled tirelessly during this entire journey of every learner, right from joining until completion today. I would like to begin by thanking our esteemed chief guest of the day, Dr. Vivek Raghavan, co-founder of Sarvam AI, for being able to spend this beautiful weekend morning with all of us. Thank you so much, sir. His precious words of wisdom filled with deep insights will surely resonate with all of us and inspire us for a long time. Thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion with your presence and giving a glimpse from the trench, as they say, to the enthusiastic outgoing batch today. Of course, the day is actually all about you. Heartiest congratulations and a big thank you to each one of you, those who have come here all the way to the IIIT-B campus in person, and also those who are online today. While I do make it a point to thank the learners' family during every live session that I conduct during late evenings on weekends, I really want to extend a very special in-person thanks to every learner's spouse, children, and even babies and elders of the household for supporting your dear ones every step along the way. Thank you very much. I know it is not very easy. Continuing professional education is not easy. I can definitely appreciate that. I would like to extend heartfelt gratitude to our director, Professor Debabrata Das, for his constant support, guidance, and encouragement to give our best, with his sole mantra of keeping the interests of the learners as the primary focus in everything that IIIT-B does. Academic rigor is of paramount importance in all IIIT-B programs. That is governed and overseen by the members of the Senate and the Senate subcommittees, very efficiently coordinated by Professor V. Sridhar and his able team of Continuing Professional Education Center at IIIT-Bangalore. Thank you all. My sincere thanks to them for making sure that we never slip on the high standards that we have set for ourselves. Indeed, delivering programs of this high quality would not be possible without the complete support from my fellow faculty members, many of whom are there right here in the auditorium, and also industry subject matter experts. I express my deep gratitude to each and every individual for taking time out from their hectic day job, if I may add, for recording videos or delivering live sessions to the learners during their precious weekends too. The sheer size of the event today shows the scale at which these programs have been operating. As our go-to partner for these programs, I would like to acknowledge the invaluable role that Team upGrad has played in delivering an outstanding learning experience at scale. Thanks to Ronnie and Mayank, who is not here today, for providing impeccable leadership to make this partnership between IIIT-B and upGrad extremely special. Big thanks to all the mentors, teaching assistants, buddies, live session coordinators for their tireless support. This is a very special and proud day for all of us, as we all got to make a difference in the lives of nearly over 3,000 graduating learners. Congratulations once again on successfully and officially unlocking your alumni status with IIIT-B. Hope we were able to make this day special for you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I kindly request everyone to rise for the national anthem.